Thanks so much for checking out the Real Estate Today podcast. We're going to start a series right now with Bob Nelson on understanding your rental property.
I'm Bob Nelson, real estate investment broker with Pacwest Real Estate Investments. I'd like to deal with the subject of understanding your rental property. And you might say, well, I understand it. I know where it's located. I know what it looks like. What do I need to understand? Let me touch on a series of things that I have found passive investors being a little light in what they should be at least considering. I guess the first thing that you'd need to understand is what's the physical condition of the property. Walk through your properties at least every 6 months. Now, for some of you, if you're owning triple net leased office buildings, do you really need to walk through every 6 months? Probably not. But if you own residential rental property or certain types of office buildings, yes, absolutely. Walk through your property, understand what you have. You'll be able to detect most of the issues of concern simply by walking through. What I like to do is say, if I were looking at this property for the first time, is this a property that I, as a tenant, would be excited to rent or to lease? And if the answer is no, why not? And it's not just over rent. What are the issues? Because those are the same issues. If we have another recession, and one of these days we will, I will assure you of that. The only question is when. About the time that happens, those that are not maintaining their property properly will be the ones that are experiencing vacancy. And you don't want to do that. And then you have to drop rent, and you still have a property that needs issues. So what's its conditions? And certainly, as you look at it, are there issues about the property that would justify upgrading them? Recarpeting, re-windows, maybe paint. I like to focus on the inside initially because that's what the tenant gets to experience the most. But certainly if you ignore the exterior, the tenant doesn't like to necessarily live there, and you're going to get an impact also. So in some instances, you upgrade it simply to increase the bottom line, the net operating income of the property. Maintaining rents at their proper level and experiencing expenses no greater than what they should be. Other instances, you got to do it simply because of the roof leaks. It's going to cave in on you. I'm Bob Nelson, real estate investment broker with Pacwest Real Estate Investments.